Well, good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be with you today. We've had an incredible week of Vacation Bible School that we just finished. Over 600 children walked through the doors of our church and got to hear the word of God, got to hear the truth of who God is. And there's nothing more important than for the children of God to walk in truth. The enemy is constantly giving us lies. And if we receive those lies, we get weighed down by the lies. And then we can no longer walk after God the way we need to. What we need to do is to walk in the truth of who God is, what he said, and what he's doing. It's so important that we learn how to live and meditate and concentrate and live under the umbrella of his truth and truly of his promises. The word that's in my heart this morning is found in Romans 8:31, and it says, "What shall we say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?" It says, "What shall we say to these things?" What things are we talking about? Well, that really means all things. What shall we say to all the things that come our way? What should we say to all the things that look to attack us or look to discourage us or depress us or harm us or cause us to question or doubt what God is doing? What should we say to these things? What should we say to these things that rob our joy and our peace? What should we say to these things that don't allow us to dream? What should we say to these things that come against the promises of God? It's very simple. If God is for me, who can be against me? There is no one greater, bigger, stronger, more mighty than our God. So if God's with me, and not only with me, but he's for me. What does that mean? He's for me. That means he's looking out for my best. He is on my side, and he is constantly, actively working on my behalf. He is for me. He's present for me. He's moving forward for me. He's fixing things for me. He's working all things together for me. God is for me. Who can be against me? Nobody. Nobody. Nothing can defeat me if God is for me. So what does that mean? I have to remember that. I have to live in that. I have to walk in that. When things come that I don't understand, when things come that are difficult, when things come that are hurtful, when things come that can discourage and frustrate and irritate, I have to remember, God is for me. Who can be against me? I had a miracle happen this last Friday. As I was coming home from VBS, I went to go into my house. It was 1:30 in the morning, and I had locked myself out. Silly thing, but I did it. And I kept trying to figure out how to break into my house, and I couldn't figure out how to break into my house. And finally, I just started hitting on the door, hoping that it would unjam and open. And then all of a sudden, in front of my eyes and in front of one of the girls that's staying with me's eyes, the door unlocked. It literally turned and unlocked. There was no hand there, but I watched the lock turn and open. And there I was standing at a door that was completely closed, that I couldn't penetrate, that I couldn't get in. But God opened the door. You know what that tells me? That if God is for me, who can be against me? There is no door, there is no window, there is no place that is far from me that God cannot open for me. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter if it's closed. It doesn't matter if it's locked. If God is for me, who can be against me? So I want you to remember that. I want you to put in your heart, what will I say to these things that come to me? What shall I say to these bills and these circumstances? If God is for me, who can be against me? Be blessed this week. Remember that God is with you and God is for you. He is on your side. I love you all.